Hey, y'all, what's up? Morning. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. For those of you who are just now tuning in, we do motorcycle news in the mornings, 10-ish. This morning we got here at 10:10. Oh man, we're getting so close to 10, it's hurting. So please like, share, subscribe, and become part of the diaspora. We publish content every single day. So if you are not getting our notifications, please just come on back to the channel. You will see content here a lot of times twice a day, but we publish content every day. Some Saturdays I take off, but mostly every day. Sunday we have the Black Dragons Roundtable, where we have guests from all over the United States come on from every kind of motorcycle class. 99%er, 1%er, Christian Motorcycle Association, Muslim Motorcycle Association, whatever. We have them all on to talk about this stuff. So I have to admit, like, the first time I ever personally heard of somebody getting their colors, their tattoos of their colors burned off their body was the movie Sons of Anarchy. You know that movie. Not movie, but what was it? It was a television show. It was a weekly series. And in this weekly series, all kind of craziness was happening. I mean, they were killing FBI agents, and 2 or 3 of those a week. And they were doing so much fantastical stuff. I was like, wow. That's how the 1%ers do it? Or is that just how the white clubs do it? Ain't no black clubs taking over no whole cities. Boy, white folks would lose their whole entire damn minds if they looked around and we had surrounded a city. So I was like, wow, they do this. If we was to kill up a whole bunch of CIA operatives, well, just ask Move. They dropped a bomb on them and burned down 5 city blocks. They were so scared of those brothers. So I was just like, holy moly, man, that is hard freaking core. But I gotta say, I just really hadn't heard of that before. And that series, that show, man, that was amazing. They had told that guy to take them colors off his back. He had emblazoned those colors in his back, and he told them folks to take those colors off his back. Let's see, Sons of Anarchy tattoo removal. Man, all you got to do is type Sons of Anarchy tattoo, and it already pops up on Google. Like, you are not the first person to have searched for this. So look at that. You start just typing tattoo, and look at that. Removal just pops right up. There it is. Right there. Yeah, man. Yep. That's it. Oh boy. Poor fellow. He hadn't removed the tattoo. Remember that? He came walking in there, and yeah, it got ugly. They held your boy up. Here it is, man. I guess they got him drunk. He was drinking and stuff. They're all, see, when everybody's looking at you crazy, like, look at that. When you're drinking and everybody's having a good time, you got to look for the side eye. You know, when everybody's looking and having a good time, and them side eyes be like they're not really smiling. Now you know you're getting ready to be tied up, my bros. See, look at that. The eyes ain't right here. See that? Oh, hell no. These folks, boy, they was on some stuff. They was on one, wasn't they? I tell you what, man. And then this bro's on oxygen. How you gonna be an oxygen and still in the game, whooping folks up? Ain't nobody happy with this guy because he didn't take them colors off. And then, they had all the partying going on outside, so nobody could hear his ass screaming. And man, oh man, you guys know what happened next. And I was like, look at that poor fellow. And when I saw this, I was just like, wow, this show, I want to watch this show. I think this might have been the first one I saw. And it like actually like brought me into the, I was like, yeah, oh hell, I gotta, man. But I must tell you, I've so since I've been doing this and that, this was long, after I became a national president and all that, and I met a lot of these kinds of clubs. I never really met anyone I thought was doing any of that. But this article that I ran into yesterday says over there in Australia that this kind of thing be going on. And I'm like, well, damn. So worst case scenario, it says, mortifying consequences bikies face for leaving gangs. Now, we remember that bikies are bikers. But in Australia, bikies are specifically the one percenters. And over there, they call them outlaw motorcycle club gangs. And the government is really down on these guys hard. And there's all kinds of claims that they've made against them. And there's all kinds of things they're doing to them. And the biggest things they're doing is controlling their liberty and their movements, hoping that by making laws like 2 guys from the same club or 3 guys from the same club can't ride down the street together, and all kinds of things, depending on where you are in Australia, that they can somehow get these guys to stop. And but these guys are some of the most dedicated towards what they're doing of anybody you'll see. and the cops are having a hard time with them. But I don't think any time is as hard as the hardness they put on themselves, because they are hard on themselves. So this article really kind of blew me away. The worst case scenario: mortifying consequences bikies face for leaving gangs. A journalist named Stephen Drill has unveiled some of the country's motorcycle gangs' biggest secrets, including what happens when a bikie tries to leave. Interesting. An Australian award-winning journalist who has lifted the lid on the country's outlaw motorcycle gangs, OMCG, said it doesn't even make any sense. Outlaw motorcycle gangs, but actually they're calling them OMCG, so outlaw motorcycle club gangs. Okay. Has revealed the traumatic consequences of what could happen when a member attempts to leave a club. Stephen Drill, a reporter for the Herald Sun, revealed one close to impossible task that some bikies encounter on news.com.au's podcast, I've Got News for You. So it's an impossible task that some bikies may encounter if they try to leave their bike clubs, as well as some of his most shocking findings from a 6-month investigation into Australia's bikie underworld. According to the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, the ACIC, there are 38 OMCGs operating in Australia, more than 4,700 patch members, and 1,000 prospective members. So that's about, 5,700 folks they feel are in the biker clubs there, the bikie clubs. While money and drugs sometimes play a role in luring bikies to join gangs, not all members are prepared to stay for the long haul, with some even risking their lives to cut ties with their group. Drill says leaving a gang comes at a cost, whether that be by paying up or, in the worst case scenario, literally losing some skin. Damn! In some cases, they'll burn the tattoos off your arms, which is fairly confronting, Drill told podcast host Andrew Bucklow. Sometimes it can be even worse. There have been some horrible but unconfirmed stories of how some tattoos have been removed. Well, if they're unconfirmed and unsubstantiated, they are just rumors, but the stories do exist. So he says they're unconfirmed stories, but he says, meanwhile, in other cases, bikies can be taxed. Now, we've heard about this in the United States. We do know that this does happen in some clubs here as well. You can get taxed. I've heard it and seen it. So by taxed, your Harley Davidson, which Drill said usually is worth around $50,000, could be taken when you try to leave the club. So he says you're not walking out without losing at least some money as a best case scenario, and some skin as a worst case scenario, or worse, he said. In 2007, notorious Hells Angels bikie Christopher Wayne Hudson was allegedly tortured by club members prior to his surrender to the police, following a triple shooting and murder 2 days earlier. So, you guys, when we do stories, you have to be careful of the switch up. So we know a lot of these media companies make a lot of money to make motorcycle clubs look really bad. And if you're not reading carefully, you'll miss the switch up. So the story is about guys who leave their club and try to leave willingly, and they have to, or even maybe if they're put out bad. But the story so far has been about guys leaving their club and having to give up some skin or a motorcycle or something like that. Then for an example, they give you a story that isn't anything to do with what they were talking about. because this guy in 2007, this notorious Hells Angel bikie, Christopher Wayne Hudson, was allegedly tortured by the club members prior to his surrender to the police. That's not the same as getting out of the club, following a triple shooting and a murder 2 days earlier. So what they got mad at him for was something a little different, but the switch up was really cool. I liked it. That it was really smooth, but it was still a switch up. Hell's Angels insider told the Herald Sun that gang members used a blowtorch to burn the club tattoos from Hudson's arm, but not because he left the club. They did it as punishment for bringing police attention to the club. See that switch up? How they switched that shit up? that was interesting. So they gave you a great story up here, and then gave you an example down here that didn't match the story up here. Just a small thing. He still got blowtorched, I suppose. Hudson was allegedly chained up while gang members removed the tattoo, the insider said. The convicted bikie underwent surgery for a mystery arm injury prior to his court appearance in 2007. Police refused to comment on the cause of the injury at the time. However, they did confirm the injury was acquired before his arrest. Hudson is currently serving a life sentence with a minimum 35-year non-parole period for murdering father of three, lawyer Brendan Keelar, and the attempted murder of two innocent bystanders. So the club was pissed off that he did that, which is why he got his tattoos burned. Nothing to do with him particularly trying to leave the club. They've yet to prove that one. So far, it's still a good story. At least not in this article. Drill has compiled, but now here's the boy. These switch ups keep a coming. So they brought you into this article and they talked about it, and now here comes the punchline. So why did we do all this? And I'll show you. Drill has compiled his investigation findings into an 8-part podcast series, Bikies Incorporated. Wow! An 8-part podcast series. Uh-oh. My whole computer just went blank. Wow. Did I lose y'all? Let's see. What all do I have on? Do I have too much on? Yeah, let me get rid of this. That's a big program hog right there. Maybe I can get some memory back. Kill it. Boom. Okay, what else? Damn. Oh my goodness. Poor computer. This is a big program hog here too. Let's kill this one. Do we get some memory back? Man, give me my memory. Oh, very high. Google Chrome. What else? It's not happy. There we go. That's back. Do I have y'all? Do y'all still with me? Well, I don't see any more updates. 1029. Okay. Are you guys still there? Oh, take care, Hellfighter Steve. So anyway, Drill, as I said, has compiled his investigation findings into an 8-part podcast series called Bikers Inc. So there you go. They got something to sell. So the podcast unveils tales. The podcast unveils tales from inside bikie gangs, what members get up to, and insight from police who are working to put a stop to the violence. One of the most moving stories Drill has come across throughout his investigations into the bikie underworld is the story of Lil Greer, whose mom, Tina Greer, was allegedly murdered by her now deceased bikie boyfriend in 2012. She went missing in 2012, 10 years on. Her daughter is working to get justice for her. The coroner's court of Queensland refused to hold an inquest into Miss Greer's death, as Fink's bikie Leslie Grumpy Sharman was the only suspect. In 2018, Sharman died in a car crash in the Gold Coast hinterland and was never charged over Miss Greer's death. Now, 10 years later, after her mom died, Lily has started a petition to seek justice. I would urge everyone who's listening to this to jump onto the Tina Greer Project on Instagram and actually put their signature on that petition because Lily wants to get some justice for her mom, Drill said. Like so many other women who were involved with bikies, they had been a victim of domestic violence and nothing had ever been said. And listening to all these stories, she was 13 when her mom died. It was just heartbreaking. Drill said women who are linked to bikie gangs are 6 times more likely to be victims of domestic violence. Boy, so we went from burning tattoos off to domestic violence, bikie gangs. Organized crime, high profile bikie murderers and gangland violence increases across the country. Authorities are ramping up their efforts to put an end to criminal bikies and their behavior. The article goes on to say, however, Drill said while he does have faith that police can stop bikie violence on the streets, ending the drug trade, which is usually managed by OMCGs, will be a difficult task. As long as they have customers, it'll be an impossible task. I don't see how the drug trade will end in Australia when people are prepared to pay so much money for them, Drill said. People are prepared to pay $400 for cocaine. Like, how's that going to stop until people stop paying so much money for drugs? I don't think it's going to go away. I think it's on the people that are using cocaine as much as it is on the police that stop them. Wow, so it's very interesting, all the twists and turns this article made, huh? That was interesting. But this is an interesting. Let's take a look at this.
Blood, brotherhood, betrayal.
All they talk about is drugs, violence.
Oh, this is a trailer for the podcast, by the way, the Bikies Inc. podcast that they want you to watch.
Hits on each other.
The Bikies Inc. podcast.
Let me start it all over because I interrupted it.
Blood, brotherhood, betrayal.
Oh, come on.
All they talk about is drugs, violence.
One more time. Here we go.
Blood, brotherhood, betrayal.
All they talk about is drugs, violence, hits on each other.
The Bikies Inc. podcast lifts the lid on Australia's outlaw motorcycle gangs, who now control more than $3 billion worth of illegal drugs each year.
Almost all of the arrests here to do with the illicit drug trade.
Bikies have moved on from riding Harleys. Now they are multinational drug cartels.
The brotherhood thing is just a myth. At the end of the day, they are just a group of criminals that work together, and human life and the individuals that work for them are expendable.
A serious targeted assassination in a public street during daylight hours.
The Comanchero, the Hells Angels, the Banditos, the Mongols, the Finks and the Lone Wolf are among Australia's most powerful outlaw motorcycle gangs, and they're getting more dangerous.
The bikies of the 80s are not the bikies that we see now. They've metamorphosed into a very commercial enterprise, still with the key feature of a level of violence.
Ambulance emergency, what suburb are we coming to?
It's a Mascot, Sydney. It's the airport.
Comanchero bikies had just bashed a man in full view of hundreds of travellers.
In this 8-part series, you'll hear tales from inside bikie gangs, car bombings in Greece, how a Sydney underworld figure was murdered in cold blood, and how police are stopping some of the violence.
We clearly have targeted RMCGs with firearms prohibition orders because RMCGs meet the criteria in terms of criminal history, in terms of the propensity and threat of them carrying an illegal gun.
There will be debts owed, there will be conflict,
and there will be someone trying to step up to fill that gap.
Bikies Inc. Subscribe to hear the full podcast first.
Wow. Hell. So what was that article about? Was that whole article a lead in for the trailer? Wow. That's interesting. Man, these guys have my podcast butt kicked, man. They're taking my podcast lunch money. How can you compete in the podcast world when no one wants to hear my raggedy podcast? Holy moly. Maybe I need to do an undercover investigation. Okay. Hey, don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. How's it go? Holy moly. So, do they burn your tattoos off? I don't know. Maybe. The best thing is to not go out bad. You know what I mean? To try to follow the rules no matter what you're doing. I think that is probably the best thing. And not to get involved in something that you haven't fully researched. I think things like that are important. Hellfighter Steve is not with us anymore. I think he's gone, but he said a lot of non-dominant clubs wear a diamond. Where in Texas, most especially, that's true. Folks don't really know that. But it is true. Frost said something very interesting. 1%ers are dominant. OMCs are not. In many cases, that's true too. A lot of people, it just depends on where you are, Frost. I remember when Danny D'Lo first heard that, he couldn't believe it. He thought that I was lying to him. We were on a show and somebody said that, and he didn't know that, but it's true. Hellfighter Steve says, I don't see a difference between an OMC and a 1%er MC. It just depends on where you are. Just depends on where you are in the country. But there definitely could be a difference depending on where you are. Geo the Great said taxstat ASS. That does happen. You must have been talking earlier. In a lot of clubs, Hellfighter Steve is right. You do get an opportunity to get it removed, and if you don't, then you could run into problems. Just going back through the comments here before I get out of here. Let's see. Shadow points out, what about the high rate of domestic violence in law enforcement officers' households? And SSW points out, yeah, they never talk about that. No. Lissa points out correctly that they throw stones at glass houses. But see, those are the people that enforce the law, so they ain't never going to be good enough for them. You know, like here in Atlanta yesterday, they announced that they were not going to prosecute those cops that shot that guy in the back, the black guy in the back that was running. And of particular note was they said that because he fired a taser at them, they could return that with deadly force, because according to Georgia law, a taser is deadly force. But a few years ago, when the police killed a man in a Georgia jail, which is just down the street, the DeKalb County jail, they tasered his ass several times until he died. But they had like 12 officers in the room, and they tasered this man. This man was overweight, and they tasered him over and over and over again, and then he dies. And the family's like, what did you use that deadly weapon on him for? You had like 12 officers. Oh, it wasn't a deadly weapon then, but it was a deadly weapon when this other guy is running, and he's running away and shooting a taser behind him like this. He ain't even looking. He's running, pop, and they just waste him because he was pointing a deadly weapon at him that wasn't a deadly weapon before. So, they're never fair, which is why I tell my brothers, stop running and acting a damn fool. They'll kill you and get away with it. Stop running. They'll kill you even if you don't run. So they'll damn sure kill you if you do. Sad state of affairs. So I'm going through the rest of the comments here. And question: when are the biker wives coming back? Yeah, we need to ask Tia that. Yeah, we sure do need to ask Tia that because yeah. Well, I bet you I don't get no answer.
Hi, Dragon. How are you?
Hey, Tia. How are you?
Much love and respect.
I beg your pardon?
Much love and respect.
Oh, is that you? You honor and respect to you too. I didn't catch you by surprise, huh?
No.
You were listening, huh?
What are you talking about?
Don't even act like you answer the phone. Love and respect. Oh, stop it, girl.
Well, honestly, I think you were calling to fuck with me about not calling you at 9:30.
Hey, don't curse. Hey, are you cursing? You know you're on the air?
No, I didn't know I was on the air.
Yeah, don't be cursing. SSW asked you.
Air.
SSW Custom Sewing wants to know, when are the biker wives coming back?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Question. Inquiry might want to know.
Yeah, you don't have to answer now. I'm just letting you know people are asking. They've been missing the biker wives, but oh no.
Well, maybe sooner than later.
Maybe sooner than later. Okay. Well, honor and respect. Have a good day. I'll call you soon.
I'm sorry.
Be cursing on here. Bye-bye. Okay, there you go. Now that you've shamed her, she SSW. Now that you shamed her, I'm sure she'll be back soon. And I keep telling her people are asking about that show that she was doing. Okay, so let me see. Samantha Ford said, yeah, I miss Tia and the ladies. See? I don't y'all be thinking that I have people answering the phone, honor and respect. Only my club brothers do that. After your comment segment yesterday, can't correct the language, Black Dragon. Yeah, I know. I took myself down a bad path with the language yesterday. Some bikers wash their tats off. I guess there's fakers in every group. It's not just 1%ers. They also have 0%ers regulating. I have to be honest with you. I don't really know what a 0%er is. I've seen that tattoo. I've seen it on people's chest with a diamond on. I just never, went up and asked, what's that mean? Although I've wanted to know, that's one I don't know. I don't know what the 0%er is. There's a few of them out there that I really don't know what are. Well, I wasn't expecting you to call her. I was just curious. You did the right thing. We did the right thing right there. Stop that, Derek. Don't try me, bro. Do not try me. You either, Big Frost. Don't try me with that. All right. That's I think that's a good show for today. I don't think we found out. And I guess you guys figure I did not read that whole article before I did the show. I did not know it was going to twist and turn like that. Sometimes I read the beginning of the articles. I say, oh, that's a great show. And I will do it live with you guys. Sometimes I'm learning at the same time you are. Like, okay, what are they talking about? And that article just took some twists and turns. And then I knew that it was for a podcast series. But I didn't know they were going to write this whole kind of terrible hit piece to then turn around and promote the show. Ouch. That was kind of crazy. It makes you wonder how much of this stuff is real. And I'm not saying that they don't have a bikie problem and that, you can see it in the news every day. I mean, they're shooting each other up and they got drug deals and stuff going on. And you wonder how the hell can they do all this shooting in a country where guns are outlawed? It looks like that didn't work. Looks like the outlaw gun stuff didn't work for them. Because it seems like you got a whole hell of a lot of people with guns over there. Okay, let's do the book winner real quick. Somebody, see you guys, man, y'all stay on me, man. I can't even get I can't even make no mistakes, man. Let me come over here to my email. Here we go. Jason, let's see. So you guys, some of you real fan, I knew the real fans would get me. Because I kind of mixed up some stuff that was going on. And I forgot that he actually was in the comic books. He just came in later. They mixed it up in the television series. I forgot that he actually, the red-haired guy actually was in the comic book. I forgot about that. It was the other guy that they brought in. The guy who, wasn't it the guy who claimed to have the cure? Wasn't he added? Abraham was already there. But in any event, Abraham died a different time in a different way. When the show was on, so they were supposed to have killed Glenn a long time ago, but they let Glenn hang around way longer than he was supposed to. And one of the reasons for that is he was a Korean superstar, and South Korea loved this guy. He became huge over there because, not many Asian actors, got as big as he got. So I think my opinion is that that's probably one of the reasons they kept him around so long. And there were several times when they acted like they were going to kill him and they didn't. Like when they had him over the trough with the cannibals and he did die from a bat to the head, so they had him over the trough with the cannibals. I thought that was when I thought he was going to go then, but he didn't go then. They kept him around for a long time. So my winners are the people that actually corrected me. They knew that they knew what happened, what actually happened. So Jim said that the answer was Glenn. Glenn was not the person in the show. Well, Glenn is wrong. Jim, you're wrong. I'm sorry. But Jared got it right. Abraham's death was different in the comic book series. I drive a semi, so sometimes the microphone does not pick up everything. I'm not sure what that had to do. Does that mean my microphone's not picking up? Let me know, Jared. But Jared Madison is a winner. Ronald Fuller says Glenn and Abraham were both in the comics, Black Dragon. Abraham replaces Rick as the leader, and Glenn lives and has a son with Maggie. That's in the movie, but in the comic book, what the question I was looking for. Well, we have to give Ronald Fuller one too, because he is right about the movie. I screwed the question up. So Ronald Fuller, you win one too. Donald Moore says Black Dragon, they are both in the comics. Glenn was in the original group, believe he was killed by Negan, and Abraham came along later in the series, who died from being shot in the eye. This is Danny the Toe Masher, by the way. Danny is right. Oh, look at that. Mikey Quinones says Abraham and Glenn both in the comic book series Black Dragon. With your dumbass, he didn't say that, but he's right. But Glenn was smashed in the head with the bat. That's true. Abraham was shot in the eye with a crossbow. Can't remember who, though. See, yeah. Look at all our winners, man. And Gerard comes back and says, Black Dragon, Abraham was in the comic. So I screwed up the question. So it looks like everybody wins. So we're gonna have I guess we got to give Jim one too. So Jim, Jared, Ronald. So Jim, that's the only name we have for him. Jim 5009. Jared Madison, Ronald Fuller, Danny Moore, and Mikey Quinones. Hope I said that right. Are all winners of the book yesterday, of the book giveaway. My new book, my new Audible book, which is not a new book, but it's new as an Audible book, which is the Prospects Bible on Audible. You can go to the comment section below and see, or into the details section and see how to get this book. If you use that link, you'll be able to get the book, and it will give me a little more money if you use that link. This is the book, the Prospects Bible. This is the hardcover. You can actually buy a hardcover of this book, and so this is the hardcover picture, which is a prospect riding a motorcycle. And this picture was drawn by my club brother, Strictly Business, for me for this book, which is now on my hardcover books. So let me see here. It now has 11 ratings, and that's really cool. We just had 10 yesterday, so we now have 11 ratings, and we still have 5 out of 5 on all the ratings, even though on one rating I got a 4-star. So overall performance and story, I'm very excited about that. And then of the ratings, of the 11 ratings, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people actually wrote something. So if you guys get the book and you like it, please drop by and give it a rating. If you want the printed book, you can also get it from Amazon, Kindle, and you can order your autographed copy on blackdragonsgear.com. And here we are, Prospects Bible. And this is what it looks like. So there's a paperback version, an audio book version, and a Kindle version, and also a hardcover version. And there have been thus far 513 global ratings, and it has an 83% 5-star, 10% 4-star. So that's 93%, 3% 3-star, 2% 2-star, and a 2% 1-star. So most people like the book. Not everybody, but most people. So that's Prospects Bible. And we absolutely appreciate everyone who has supported this book over the 7 years that it's been out there. This is President's Bible. Something that I did yesterday, I lowered the price of the Kindle version. It was $35. I lowered the price to $9.99 yesterday. And the reason I lowered the price to $9.99, this is kind of funny, is because I I had to buy the book in order to put it on my I know this is terrible. I had to buy the book in order to put it on my Kindle so that I could read the book for the audiobook. So I said, you know what? I'm going to lower the price on this book, and I think I'm going to leave it like that for a month. So this is the first discount I've ever done on any book I've ever written. So if you want the Kindle version of the President's Bible, I'm running a special on it for basically $10, $9.99 for the next 30 days. So there you have it. This is the first time I have ever discounted my books. Now, that doesn't mean that Amazon won't discount them, because they will, but that doesn't affect me. But this is the first time I have ever discounted any of my books. So there you go. $35 is the paperback, $42 is the hardcover, $9.99 is the Kindle edition. So we have just started the Audible book for President's Bible, and that should be done in a couple of weeks. I hope. I hope it shouldn't take more than 2 weeks to do that. All right. So that's some information for you guys there from those books. And let's see. I wonder if this will do this motorcycle club. There's a, okay, so if you type that, yeah, so these are all my books that I've written. Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Club, Sergeant at Arms Bible, Public Relations Officers Bible, President's Bible, Prospects Bible. So those are all the books that I've written thus far. There is one book that I've written that you guys will never see because it's not available like that, but I wonder if they show it. Called, I wonder if this book actually exists. This is my first, no, you can't find it. This is my first poetry book that I read the story to you guys yesterday. So what did you guys think about that story? Let me know in the comment section below. I don't know what you guys thought about that. Since I was reading when you guys were talking, what do you guys think about the zombie story? Should I publish it? Should I write it, make it as a graphic novel? And do you know any artists that would do that graphic novel, please let me know that. And I didn't really hear from anybody saying that they wanted to necessarily do the script with me. So Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. I need to hear from you guys about this. That I think that would be cool. Let's see here. Just checking the. I know when I'm there for my listening audience, silence is not good. So if I'm just like quiet, that's not cool. I need to keep talking. I would like to comment, but my boss is here. LOL. Funny thing, I'm his VP. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there. Are you talking about the book? Well, don't comment if you can't. Or is that something else? Am I way behind? I might be way behind. Yeah, I am way behind. I'm way behind. Okay, let's see. I'm now catching up here. Question. Would y'all buy a Black Dragon Funko Pop? What's a Funko Pop? But if they'll buy a Black Dragon Funko Pop, we'll definitely get one. Let's see. Lissa said no, but I'd pick up a WMC patch in a heartbeat. Oh, really? I had a guy make me some WMC patches. I need to go look those up. He might have even sent them to me. 0% in place of the 1% diamond stands for 0% nice. Oh, here we go. Somebody explained 0% to us. 0% in place of a 1% diamond stands for 0% nice. Well, there you go. Lisa's going to do another mug giveaway on Discord. You guys make sure to go join our Discord channel. Okay, let's see. I'm looking. I'm just about caught up here. Oh, Goose, by the way, Goose is my club brother. He's taken over a large portion of my marketing. So he is toying with or experimenting with quite a few ideas. So I guess he's going to make a limited edition Black Dragon Dixon flannel for me and for the channel. He's taken over a large part of the marketing. You know, your club brothers just take your ass over. There's nothing you can do about it. Raymond Shook, thank you for buying the Prospects Bible on Audible. Thank you, sir. What else? Should have a dog with you. A graphic novel would be great. Is that what you're saying? That's really funny that you should say that, because in this graphic novel, I actually do run into my dog none of you guys ever knew. Her name was Hope Magda Charity Warrigal, mighty dog of dogs, the benevolent, great, magnificent conqueror, the lion-hearted bunch, the first conquering dog of the tribe of Judah, elect of God was her name. And she died of cancer back in 2012, right when I wrote this book. And believe it or not, she appears in my book. Hope the dog appears in my book, and she will be in the graphic novel with me for a little while until I run into Braveheart, and then finally I'll run into Brutus, depending on how long the series goes. So yes, I have a dog with me, and she is a super dog in this book. She is one hell of a dog. So she's a pit, In real life, she was a pit lab mix. But nobody ever saw the lab. They only saw the pit. So yes, Hope the dog is in the story. And you guys know me so well. Like, it's crazy how well you guys know me. And let me show you something here. In case you guys never knew her. This is Hope the dog here. And there she is. That's my beautiful baby. She's gone now. But she is in the story. And she lived a very, very cool life, man. She was a biker dog to the max. And she hung out in all the motorcycle clubhouses. Every biker loved her. She was an amazing animal, and she did everything that that a dog should get to do. She was Hope the dog. She was a very cool dog. She went whitewater river rafting with us, and everything, man. This dog was the coolest dog that ever existed. Here she is. Oh, what is this? Here she is, whitewater river rafting. Well, here we're just what do you call them things? Here we're just inner tubing. But this dog went everywhere. There was no such thing as no dogs allowed for this dog. Everywhere I went, she went. Yeah. Yeah. And she rode a motorcycle too. Really cool animal. Yep. She has her own Facebook page called Hope the Dog. And she was the eye of her daddy's. She was the apple of her daddy's eye. That dog right there, man. And everybody knew her. When she died, the whole motorcycle set knew her. She was something else, this animal. She used to ride on the motorcycle with me. Oh, I guess you can't see that video anymore. But she used to ride on the motorcycle with me and everything. She's gone. Poor thing. These were her last days here. You can see the cancer had really taken over her, and we had to put her to sleep. I think this was the day that I actually put her down. They came to the house and put her down. And she died in my arms after having eaten peanut butter. Yeah, this was her. That's her. We wrapped her up and took her off to be cremated. She now rides. That was her last moment on the face of the earth. Right there. And this was right after we put her down. And it still hurts to this day, man. It still hurts. The loss of this person, this animal, this spirit was the loss of my soul. I lost a big piece. I was a photographer back here in these days, and she used to model. All the models wanted to model with Hope. And this was one of my dear best friends who would always keep her when I would go on my motorcycle rides across the country. He would keep her. Man, this animal was the coolest animal. So yes, this animal is in the book. That's when I first got her. And she survived all my girlfriends that I had. Yeah. She was a very cool dog. Yeah. Miss her. Miss that dog. Still miss her to this day. So just like I miss my Braveheart, you guys just don't know. All right. So yeah, man. Yeah. I'll do it. Black Dragon script, not art. Okay, cool. I think it would be cool if you did an audiobook using your listeners. That's what we're going to do, Danny. We're going to do it that way. We're going to use our actors are going to be the people that listen on this show. And I've always figured out how we're going to do it. So I'm going to get to work writing the script. I'm going to get to work writing the script. And then those of us who want to do it, we'll do it. Yeah, somebody said you must add Braveheart. Braveheart will come. We'll have to Hope will die or something, and then Braveheart will come, and maybe I have them all at the same time. That would be cool. I'd have a pack. They would go after people and stuff. So that would be cool. Growing up, I had a dog who was half pit, a quarter corgi, and a quarter spaniel. Great dog. Sounds like a great dog. They get into us, don't they? These animals, whether you've got a ferret or a pet horse or a pet dog, they get into us. No one needs to see that angle of you on a tube. Haters. Haters. Absolute haters. I hope your memory and soul carries peace to all those you affected. Rest in peace, Hope. Let me tell you something. Hope was a fixture on the biker set. They all loved her because she rode a motorcycle, and she rode with me everywhere. Every single motorcycle clubhouse in Atlanta, including the 1%er clubhouses, all welcomed her in with open arms. They welcomed her before they welcomed me. And I could leave Hope sitting out on the motorcycle, and she would just sit there on the motorcycle. And I'd go in stores and stuff, and I would leave her sitting on the motorcycle. When I come out, nobody's going to talk to an evil-looking biker. When I come out, the motorcycle is surrounded by people taking pictures, loving on her, petting on her. She was a ferocious-looking dog. She was really, I'm big, so doesn't look as big in the pictures as she was. And she was like a ferocious looking dog, and people would be looking at her. And when they saw on that motorcycle, nobody was afraid of her, and they weren't afraid of me either. And she was like an ambassador of goodwill. So many kids, so many people, so many folks. And when I would take her to the motorcycle clubs, I would go inside the motorcycle club and hang out. She'd sit out on the motorcycle. And all these hardcore bikers I'd come out to the motorcycle. They're surrounding her, loving on her. If I would drive my truck over to the clubhouse, somebody's clubhouse, go in, there were people that would, where's Hope? Oh, she's out in the truck. They would go out to the damn truck to spend 20 or 30 minutes with her. It was crazy, the impact that this dog had on people all around her, all over the country. Wherever I took her, she was surrounded by people like a movie star. And so when she died, the motorcycle set here in Atlanta was very kind to me. I still have people come up and ask me about her, and she's been gone now since 2012. So she was an incredible animal, incredible being. All right. That's it for me. I'm out of here. It was great speaking with you all. Hopefully we can talk again tomorrow, where we will be doing something else, another show. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. And Rumpa-Pum-Pum. Here we go. Get the books. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to listen to us on the podcast, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. You can get Black Dragons Biker TV on IG, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and here on YouTube. Yeah, I think that's it. The link for the Discord channel is in the description box below. Yeah, that's it.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership. What's the question for today? All right. Fine. The question for today I mean, you guys kill me. You guys don't let me slip not even an inch. Not an inch, not. What is the question for today? Wow. Should I do that? Should I do that to him? What is the preferred color of a motorcycle in the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation? What is our preferred color? The color of antiquity. The color of motorcycle that every one of us had at one time. It's not like that anymore. But there was one time we all rode the same color of motorcycle. What motorcycle color would that be? Let's see who can get that. Send the answer to Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. There you go. That's the question for today. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.